Hello everyone, and welcome back to Global Spec Racing. We are here at a very wet Hungarian in Hungary for round 10 of Tier 4 Season 2. I am yet again on my own, unfortunately. Thanks a lot, ARL Tier 2. No, I'm joking. So, at the moment, at a very wet Hungarian for qualifying. Hidalgo is just going out. A little bit of wheel spin there for the American, but actually no, that's a bit of an understatement. Quite a lot of wheel spin actually. And just behind him is Badders, I believe. I still don't know who Spacia Globe is. If you guys could let me know in the chat, then that would be nice. Because I'd like to know. So then, Hungary then, one of the tightest tracks on the calendar and also one of the shortest. It's named as Monaco without the barriers, which is very true, because it is an incredibly tight circuit, and it only gets tighter in the wet. It doesn't get any easier, especially in these very tricky conditions. For some reason they're on intermediates in full wet conditions, but okay then, we'll just hold it there. And then let's hope these drivers then have got their wet setups on. Hidalgo then is just coming up to the line then to start his lap. A little bit of twitching. Whether these drivers have wet setups on, I don't know, because I don't know how the race is going to be. Into this pretty tight turn one goes to Hidalgo. Of course, I said it only gets tighter in the wet. We got a little bit of a train at the last corner, but that's just for people waiting up for each other. Hidalgo's got to be really careful, especially up at turn 4. Turn 4 is arguably the easiest place to go wide, but he does that perfectly fine. Now the death curb corner of turn 5 is a little bit twitchy before he then goes to the 6 and 7 chicane. Not one of my favourite parts of the track, not going to lie, but he's still a little bit of squirming. Then through 7 and 8 with the very quick corners of turn 9 and 10. I believe these are, I thought this was 11. Anyway, we'll carry on. Yeah, I must be 11 then. Yeah, this is 12, and then come up to the final two hairpins of 13 and 14. Hidalgo making his way very tentatively, because he hasn't gone to the thing you're supposed to do in the wet. So out of the final corner comes the American then. What is going to be the benchmark for Tier 4 qualifying? 1 minute 30.2. I don't know how quick that is, because I've never done a wet session round here, so bad, but that was actually seemed a pretty good lap from Hidalgo. Then Apoli goes 7 tenths quicker. Decent lap there from the Renault. Then Hidalgo's teammate Lafrat is just coming through the final corner. It's one of our championship contenders. It's Lafrat. Have a look then. Goes another half a second quicker than Apoli. So line goes Lafrat. He goes P3. Sharpie then. Not a great lap there from the Ferrari. Thrasher slots into P5 with a 130.4. Still, Hidalgo's lap wasn't actually too bad, turns out. Mad Steve then, he's on a good run. On it's 3.9 through the second sector. Where is this going to get the racing point then? Out of the final corner he comes. P4, just behind his teammate on a 1 minute 29.8. Fifth man to get into the 1 minute 29th. Okay, that's what the drivers are going to be aiming for. Bang, you're dead then. He's just coming onto his lap. It's the Alfa Romeo just coming through now. Turn 5, the death curb as I've called it. The Alfa Towers they're holding each other up a little bit. Oh, bang, you're dead. A massive snap out of turn 7. but he's alright. 8. Yeah, this is 8 and 9. Yeah, and then this is 10 and that's 11. Yeah, pardon me. Oh, Bang's got to be careful. Decent middle sector actually. The 1 minute 4.0. Tom Katori just comes across the line. He goes P2, so that's a decent lap there from Tom. Through the final corner comes Bang. Bang, you're dead then. Just gotta make sure he gets the final corner right. Where will the Alfa Romeo go with this lap? Slots into P5. Once again, the 1 minute 29s. The driver is clearly aiming for the 29s. Curtis Faded actually has a set of very good middle sector. 1 minute 3.7 there from Curtis. Just being tentative, going around turn 13. He's got to make sure he gets turn 14 right. Where is this going to get the McLaren? Across the line he comes. Just behind Bang Dead with a 1 minute 29.7. So clearly, he's struggling a little bit. But Deluxe, the star of Tier 3 yesterday, he is on a good lap so far. He's really on a good lap. Is Deluxe through turn pardon me, that's my computer. I'll turn that off in a minute. Around the final corner comes Deluxe and it looks like he's going to go massively quicker. Yes, he does, by nearly half a second. So amazing lap there from Deluxe, well into the 28s. So very extremely good lap there from the what I like to call the Tier 3 star from yesterday. And quite turned to people's heads. Sharpie then goes another 3/10 quicker. Sharpie clearly liking these conditions and starring like he did in Silverstone. So thoroughly impressive performance from Sharpie so far. We have a new driver in the form of Spacia Globe. I don't know his Discord name. If any of you guys know, could you put that in the Twitch chat? Because I've got absolutely no idea where he comes from. So Sharpie then, he's up even more. He's clearly going for it at the moment, is Sharpie. So of course it's what we like to see. He's really going for it. Through turn 8 then. Decent line. Oh, that's a massive snap coming out of turn 10. Turn 9, sorry. That's a monster middle set. That's a monster middle sector from Sharpie. We're at 2.6. He could go massively quick. He could maybe even get in the 27s. Here could Sharpie. Deluxe then improves by 2/10. Not quite enough to get Sharpie. And Sharpie, interestingly, comes in the pits, despite the fact he was up. Interesting decision there. Lafrat then. The times are continuing to tumble. Lafrat then 28.1 goes Lafrat. So a thoroughly decent lap. Then Avalok goes even quicker. On 28.0. So it's only a matter of time, I reckon, before we're going to get into the 27s. Through comes Bang You're Dead then out the final corner. Where is this going to get the Alfa Romeo? He easily gets into 28s on a... He goes P6. Clearly the times are starting to tumble now by quite a lot. Who else on the lap? Woodsy's not on a lap. Matt Stee's just got onto a lap. Down towards turn 2 then. And, well, no, sorry, it's turn... Yeah, this is turn 3. Sorry. I'm getting my corners mixed up. Is Matt up at all? He's 2/10 down, which is quite a big amount in the first sector. Diadal goes 3/10 down. Spacia Globe then. He's actually taken turn 3 pretty quick, so... What's going to be the first sector for the Mercedes? He's 2/10 up, but his first lap wasn't very representative, so... Could this lap be a touch more representative? He gets on the death curve and he spins round. Unfortunate there for for the Swedish driver. There's not on a lap. Anyone else on a lap? I don't think so. Tom Katori is just going on to a lap. 2/10 up in the first sector. It was a decent first sector from Tom. Woodsy is not on a representative lap, so we'll just keep on board with Tom into the chicane. Oh, a little bit of a slide for Tom. He then comes up to the probably arguably the fastest corner on the track. He's a further 6/10 up. Very good middle sector from Tom. So could he match the likes of Sharpie and Lafrat and have a look? Did that absolutely perfectly. So where will this put Tom Katori then? Out of the final corner you go. It could be quickest, you know. Oh, not quite. He slots it to P2. Just ahead of Lafrat. So a decent lap there from Tom Katori to go P2. A lot of these drivers liking these wet conditions. Sharpie then, he's another 10th up. Oh, he invalidates though at turn 4. Very, very easy to do there. I think Appley did the same as well. Curtis then, he's on a lap. Curtis, he seems to be pretty good in these first two sectors. A little bit of a twitch there from the McLaren, but he is a decent driver. Oh, that's close. He's further 7/10 up, so this will put him around where Appley is. Of course, he's a good driver in ARL Tier 4, and I believe he's in GSR Tier 5. I believe. Don't quote me on that, but I believe he is. Through the final corner he comes then. Where is this going to put Curtis? P7. So, decent lap there from Curtis. Sharpie then, he's probably going to give it another go, seeing as though he has not got off hot lap yet. Into turn 1 he goes then. Decent line there from the Brit. Anyone else up ahead of him on a lap? Deluxe is on a lap. Deluxe is a little bit up. I think. Oh, Matt Stees. He's probably going to be on to set his lap, provided he doesn't mark up turn 11. He lost a huge chunk of time there. He could have been near the top if he hadn't got turn 11 wrong, but he could still get a decent time here if he nails turn 14. Out of the final corner he comes then. Where is this going to be put? Matt goes up to P8. Decent lap. I think who's that up ahead of Thrasher? Deluxe has just come in. Thrasher then, we'll see where he goes. But he didn't invalidate. He goes into P10. Can Sharpie set the first 27 easily into the 27s? Massively quicker. 27.7 for Sharpie. Great lap there from the Ferrari. Oh, Lafrat, he spins it. Oh, and he hits the barriers. I don't know if that's gonna affect him or not. He might be able to get back to the pits and be able to fix that. Appley then, he went half a second quicker on that lap, but I believe he's going for another run actually. Oh no, he's not, because he's 6 tenths down. Florian then is the next man on the lap. Oh, a bit of a slide from the German. Through turn 11 then. 10th up then, so this would get him. It actually wouldn't get him off position. He'd just improve his time. Bang, you're dead then. Goes across the line to go P6 on 1 minute 28.4. Through the final corners comes Florian then. Can he improve his time at all? Out of the final corner comes Florian then. He actually does by quite a bit. He goes P5. Nice lap there from the German. Wallace then is another guy on a lap. He's 10th up at the moment. So can he sorry, I'm saying quite a lot. Can he improve his time? Oh, he gets a little bit wide through turn 11. Yeah, that for God's sake. I don't think he's going to improve his time now unless he gets massively quicker in the final sector. To be fair though, there's not a big gap between him and Bang. I think he's going for another run. Sharpie then, he's our pole man. He's on another lap. Sharpie looking like the man to beat here in Hungary. I'm surprised Deluxe isn't fastest, but to be fair, he might not have a wet setup on. It could be wet for the race, and Sharpie spins. Very easy to do there. Commentator then just about gone to his lap. Is there anyone else who are on their laps? Baz invalidated. Joe Hidalgo then, he's about a 10th up at the moment. Ooh, a little bit of a slide from the American. Half a second up, so we actually that would get him around Thrasher's time, because at the moment there's quite a big gap between the top of the times. Again, a massive snap from Joe Hidalgo. Across the line he comes then. Where's this going to get him? He actually goes quite a bit quicker. Goes into P12. Oh, Tom's made a mistake. So he is not going to knock knock Sharpie off, and neither is Avalok. Bang Your Dead could still do it, but he's not up enough. Florian's not up either. So no one at the moment is getting close to Sharpie's time. However, Deluxe has set a massive middle sector. Can Deluxe be the one to knock Sharpie off? Here comes Bang Your Dead and across the line. Goes P2. He gets to the 27s. Here comes Deluxe then. He doesn't manage to pip Sharpie. So close. A couple of quick times coming in now. Appley's lap was invalid, so he doesn't manage to go any quicker. Wingo, I think, is going to be the last one to set his lap. Woodsy Meister's up by about half a second. At the moment, he's not anywhere near the lights of Shah. Not anywhere near the lights at the front. Oh, he drifts it a little bit through turn 13. Through the final corner comes Woodsy then. Where's this going to get him? 28.9. It gets him P13. Just waiting for Wingo then. But Wingo's hardly improving. So I think then, as far as the top half of the grid go, I think that's our grid, because Matt Steet is not improving. Wallace is actually improving a little bit. So could Wallace get up another position? Nope, not quite. He does improve, but not quite enough to get another position. Here comes Wingo then. Stays P16. So then Sharpie then takes pole here in a wet Hungary ahead of Deluxe. I'm very surprised Deluxe did not get pole position there, but Sharpie, absolute stellar of a job there to beat out Deluxe. Had to Bang Your Dead in the Alfa Romeo, then Avalok in the McLaren, then Tom Katori in the Williams, and the Frat in the Rebel. Then 7th is Florian in the Haas, and 8th is ETSR Wallace in the Racing Point. 9th is EXR Appley in the Renault, and 10th is Curtis Fader in the McLaren. 11th is Matt Steed 2000 in the Racing Point, and 12th is Johai Dalgo in the Rebels. 13th is Woodsy Meister in the AlphaTauri. 14th is Badders in the Mercedes. 15th is Thrasher in the AlphaTauri. 16th is Wingo in the Haas, and 17th and running off a grid is Spacia Globe in the Mercedes. Stellar lap there from Sharpie though. Absolute phenomenal lap to beat out Deluxe and Bang Your Dead. Bang Your Dead with a really good qualifying there. He clearly likes the wet conditions, and that would be ideal then if the race is wet. But of course we don't know if the race is going to be wet. So then, just waiting then for. Nope, the race is dry. So very different conditions to what qualifying was. Sharpie conquered in the wet, so who is going to conquer in the dry? Oh, Avalux just left. Hang on a minute. I'll just invite him back. My bet is probably on Deluxe because of that stellar performance in Tier 3 yesterday. But don't count out Sharpie. Even though these conditions are very different, he's still proven he's had good race pace. He almost won his debut at his home race. But unfortunately, that was taken away once Lafrat's penalties had been counted up. I will actually check the championship before we go. Pretty much all of them started on the mediums, actually. Interestingly, very wise decision there from these guys, because the softs are nothing short of horrendous round here. So he's gonna so good decision there from these guys. I'm just gonna check the standings real quick. So at the moment, it's the championship leader is actually not here. So Grosjean is actually in the championship, only 74 points. That's crazy that the championship leaders they've only got that little amount of points ahead of Badders and Florian. Then Lafrat is fourth in the championship ahead of Apolli and Deluxe. Deluxe could be really in the championship here, provided the fact he doesn't get moved up to Tier 3. Wow, there's a lot of reserves. Then Madsti is in P7 in the championship ahead of Alpe and Woodsy Meister. Then Sharpie is P10, Tom Couture is P11, Wallace is P12, Bang Your Dead is P13, Wingo is P14, 15th, and 15th is Crispy. And then Thrasher's all the way. It's been 27 drivers. God. I know it's not as bad as Tier 2 when there's been like 30. But drivers tended to warm up their tyres. Ready for the start. Oh, that's really not going to help Bang Your Dead start. Get absolutely horrendous start because his tyres are going to be so cold. Sharpie then just rounding the final corner. Ready for the start of round 10 of Tier 4 Season 2. We're starting to get in the business end of this championship now. We're now into double figures. So who then is going to take the win today? Badders then is the one most likely to take the championship lead today. The lights aren't right. Never mind. Just get. Here we go then. 5 red lights. It's lights out and away we go. Sharpie with a brilliant start. He doesn't get any worse bit at all. No, actually, Deluxe has got the better start. Deluxe gets a brilliant start. He's already up. He's already up and past Sharpie. Tom, it's actually been a good start for both Williams. As Tom Couture is now up into P3 and Apolli up into P4 as Bang Your Dead is trying to get some heat into those tyres. The Frat and Joe Hidalgo going side by side. Joe Hidalgo, for some reason, on the sauce, but he's trying to go around the outside of Lafrat. I think he's done it. Yes, he has. Florian then follows. The 2 racing points then of Wallace and Madsti are going at it, but not quite able to do so. That's a bit of a snap from Wallace. Does Madsti try it up the inside? Not quite. He's close though. Thrasher then extremely close to Becca Curtis. Of course, a fellow ARL Tier 4 driver. He's going to have a go then. Does Thrasher. May have a go up the inside. not quite enough there. Basically closed then. Have a look. Look's lost his front wing there. But Deluxe basically doing a fruiter coast from yesterday. Already 1.6 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. That's crazy. Ahead of Sharpie and Tom Katori. Avalux then, I think he's hit the pit wall. Yes, he has, and he's now coming into the pits for a change of wing. It's been a disastrous start for Avaluk. Again though, as I was expecting, Deluxe already stretching his legs and pulling out that gap just like Fruity did yesterday. Bang, you're dead then, really close. Oh, we've already got a penalty. Appley's already got a penalty. Wow, okay. Clearly penalty's going to be quite a problem today. Sharpie then still doing a good job to actually get out of the 1 second window of Tom Katori. Of course, Sharpie now doesn't really feel the effect of dirty air. He's now gaining the gap on Tom Katori. Bang, you're dead then is he's still in the back of Appley, not quite enough. Curtis and Woodsy get penalties on the exit of turn 11. Very easy to do there. Curtis then going to try to go around the outside of Woodsy, and then thrashes up the inside. Very opportunistic for the American, and he doesn't quite get it done. Two ARL tier 4 drivers really going at it. Oh Christ! Here comes Thrasher then. Up the inside of Curtis, and Thrasher has got the move done into turn 1, I believe, but Curtis still holds it around the outside. Nope, but Thrasher's through. Yep, he's finally through. Thrasher then gets past Curtis. That could then allow Wingo, then allow Badders to have a go. Oh, Curtis then! Do not try it at turn 4. That's one of the worst places you could try it. Thrasher still holding his own against Curtis. We have to get drinking that. Meanwhile then, at the front, GSR Deluxe still stretching his legs. Not as much as Sharpie that time. Florian then is the next victim of turn 11. Florian then, he could try it up the inside Joe Hidalgo, because Joe Hidalgo's tyres are really starting to go off now. Thrasher then round the outside of Woodsy and gets it done. Nice move there from Thrasher. Much cleaner than his move on Curtis. And he gets up into P11. And Curtis follows him through. Oh, Woodsy trying to go up the inside though, Curtis. I think Woodsy's got back through. Yes, he has. And Thrasher, no, not Thrasher, Badders could have it. Badders then, he's trying to look. They're going side by side, and Badders is through. He takes full advantage of that. Matt Stee then, and Florian going side by side through turn 2 and 3. I think Florian stays ahead. Yes, he does. AlphaTauri still very close together. I'm not really focusing on the front because the front is not where the battles are. Joe Hidalgo then gets another penalty. Wait, no. Oh, Hidalgo, he was really wide. He loses it on the exit of turn 10, which then allows Florian and Matt Stee through. Clearly those tyres are not working for Joe Hidalgo now. He has clearly made the complete wrong decision there, going on the softs. Because the softs, they heat up so quickly and they eventually start to overheat. Which is why he's struggling so much. Here comes Wallace then. He's not going to quite be close enough to the back of Joe Hidalgo to make a move. But of course Joe Hidalgo is going to be so slow in the corners. Baz actually got past both Curtis Fade and Woodsy Meister. I missed that. Curtis Faded then and Wingo fighting it out, but Curtis stays ahead. Is there any battles at the moment? Joe Hidalgo, he's just losing a lot of pace at the moment on those softs. Oh, he goes really wide at turn 5. could allow Wallace to have a go. But Wallace goes wide, which could allow Thrasher up the inside. Oh, Thrasher does go up the inside. But Thrasher gets a penalty whilst doing so. But Thrasher still gets through. Very opportunistic there from Thrasher. But Wallace then gets back past. I'm guessing Thrasher let him back through. Tridal gets another penalty. He must have cut the corner a little bit. Thrasher then finally gets through on Wallace. Wallace is really struggling at the moment. Thrasher then gets through. And he's going to be chasing after Jahai Dalgo. Well then, Tom Katori's actually getting quite close to Sharpie at the front. As is Matt Stee to Florian. Matt Stee actually goes quite wide though. Off the exit of turn 1. Turn 1 not the easiest corner to get done. Wingo then out the inside of Woodsy. So Wingo got past Curtis Faded somehow. And Wingo trying to go around the outside of Woodsy. He's going to have the inside line for turn 3. They make contact. Woodsy stays ahead though, but he has to go off track to do so. Oh, sector 2. I think that's Appley. Appley spun at the chicane. It's a really awkward camera angle. Yeah, Appley spun at the chicane. He will not be happy with that after such a strong qualifying. Florian's left for some reason. I'll get him back in. Just give me a minute. Why isn't he appearing online? God damn it. Why does no one appear online these days? There we go. There he is. Woodsy Meister then trying to defend from Florian's teammate, Wingo. They both get through nice and easily. Thrasher then's got past Jahai Dalgo. I missed that. Thrasher, they're making good progress up through the grid so far. Made up 8 positions so far. The most of any, starting in P15. He's now up into P7. So thoroughly impressive drive so far from Thrasher. He's really going for it. Woodsy then gets a penalty. I'll check the penalties actually. Thrasher with 3. Woodsy with 6. Now Spacia with 3. Appley with 3. 6 for Woodsy. 6 for Curtis. And 3 for Florian. The Frat then really close to Bang You're Dead. He's really closed up to the back of the Alfa Romeo. The top, they're kind of in a league of their own at the moment. Because they're really going for it. But here comes the Frat then. He's going to have a go then on Bang You're Dead. Going down to turn 1. Round the outside goes the Mexican. Can he outbrake the American? Bang You're Dead force him off track. Which means he cannot get through. The Mexican does not get through. Wingo then is past Woodsy then. And Barris gets past Jahai Dalga. Have a look. Is out. I think he's binned it at turn 9. VSC then. Thankfully not a safety car. Because I do not like them, especially when I'm commentating. I don't mind them when I'm racing, but I used to think they were cool and stuff, but I don't really dig safety cars now because they've been in the games for so long. Florian is now driven back. Wingo then gets another penalty somehow. No, sorry, Wingo gets his first penalty somehow. Weird. Actually, whilst VSC is going, I'll just get a drink. Right then, I'm back. So, oh, Florian's just left and rejoined again. Did anyone get a drive to off that? No, they did not. Moment pretty clean from these guys. Badders then getting up on the back of Apple, of course. Badders, it's really the only one who can really overtake Grosjean in the championship at the moment. At the moment, I think he's doing enough. Yes, he is doing enough. Because Florian cannot do it. The Frat could if he gets up into a good enough position. The Frat could actually be a real title contender if he doesn't get crashed out. Basically glowed them with another penalty. Is Joe Hidalgo has been in yet, and he's now on the hards. Deluxe and Sharpie then almost in a world of their own at the moment. Same with Tom Katori. There's someone who's... Oh, it's got very tight there between Woodsy, Wingo and Curtis. Curtis then could try it up the inside, but doesn't quite... Not quite close enough. Bazin up at a P8. Did he just pass? Oh yeah, he passed Joe Hidalgo, didn't he? Badders is then on a mission to try and get Thrasher then. The guys made up the most positions at the moment. Next is Badders actually. Badders gained up 6 positions. They're very good. And then actually the next one is Mad Steve with 5 positions. Clearly, 7th, 8th, and 9th. No, sorry. 6th, 7th, and 8th. They have gained up a lot of positions so far. Oh, that's interesting though. I didn't. Sharpie has a penalty now. So Deluxe then legit has a 4.5, 4.8 lead now. Because Tom would currently get ahead of Sharpie. So Williams 1-2 right now. Get another 1-2. What's McLaren got a 1-2 in Tier 2 last season? Oh, Wingo! He gets punted by Woodsy. But Wingo's through. Wingo's through on Woodsy Meister then. The Frat's still struggling to get past Bangor Dead. Clearly he's... Bangor's... They've got actually roughly the same as... Bangor's got about 20% less than... The Frat. But he's keeping going then. Curtis faded then, gets another penalty. I think that's 9 seconds now. Yes, it is. These drivers struggling on penalties. Deluxe then still in command of this race. Not as dominant as Fruity was yesterday, but still incredibly dominant is Deluxe. Head of Sharpie and Tom Katori. That's Joe Hidalgo. He has spun. He's clearly not liking those hard tyres. And that's pretty much his race over now. Fratton still trying to get past Bangor Dead, but still not close enough. That's actually the closest battle at the moment, so we'll keep an eye on. Actually got on board with the Frat as he chases down Bangor Dead. Curtis is now in. He's actually split the front wing. He's coming in for a set of hards. They will definitely get to the end because the hards can go a long way on this track. They can go about 28 laps, I'm going to say. They can go a long, long way. Do about 2.7% a lap, I'm going to say. Go on. Oh, Matt Steve very wide. But the Frat gains a lot through this middle sector. So the Frat might have a bit more downforce. Oh, bang, then gets a little bit tail happy. On the exit of turn... No. Exit of turn 13. But the Frat still can't get close enough though. Using a lot of his overtake, but as his banger, he's really not... Oh, he cuts the corner a little bit there. Wallace gets his first penalty of the race. As a consequence of that, though, Matt Stee is actually gaining quite a bit at the moment. Oh, I'll go back to broadcast now. So these three actually closing up to one another, and Sharpie's actually closing up to Lux a little bit. The Frat then gets his first penalty. That will not help him get past Bang then. Could have a go down to the chicane, but it'd be very bold if he did. You'd almost have to be side by side through there to get him. Frat really trying to get close. He's just not quite close enough. Back of Bang You're Dead. Appley's getting quite close to Wallace now. So we could have a go, but I don't think he's going to quite have enough in hand. The Frat's still not close enough to the back of Bang You're Dead. I can see that he's trying to... He may have a little bit of a run actually on Bang, but no he doesn't. He's not quite close enough. Bang seems to use a bit of his overtake on the exit to try and get away from him. Matt Stee, as a consequence of that, Matt Stee is now closing up to the back of them. That's Thrasher. Thrasher's spun on the death curve. Just all it takes is just put a wheel on there, and it'll send you round. Bit of a shame for Thrasher because he wasn't in a good position. Who the hell's this? Must be just a no. Don't know who that was. Who are these guys? I mean, come on. Okay. Tom then is the first of front runners in. He, of course, is going on to the mediums. Sorry, hards. And he will be able to take it to the end easily from here. And easy do 20 laps. So out goes Tom then. Back out onto the circuit. He comes out just behind Thrasher. Other two going to pit then, because Sharpie's gaining bit by bit on Deluxe, but Deluxe, unlike what he said yesterday, is he clearly learned his lesson from yesterday with his incident with Cool Kyogre, and he is staying away from the edges of the track. Does Deluxe come in this lap? No, he doesn't. Does Sharpie come in? No, so those drivers are sticking it out. Will anyone else pit? Any of the... What's that? Now promotes Bang You're Dead up into third. He tries to fake going into the pits, but it does not. But I don't think the Frat and Matt Steve were coming in anyway. Appley then close to Wallace. Not quite able to get past. Oh, Wallace goes wide. Both of them come into the pits together. We've battled the pit crews here. Will it be Race Point or will it be Renault? Who is Appley gonna get out in front? Of course, the Renault pit garage is just behind the Racing Point. Oh, Wallace has to change his front wing, so that's an easy position there for Appley. Oh, sorry. Frat's actually dropping off the back of Bang You're Dead. Bang is he's really picked up the pace, and Matt Stee is actually closing up quite a bit now. But the Frat is saving his earth at the moment. One of these drivers going to come in then. Deluxe does not come in. Sharpie does though. In comes the Ferrari then. Almost lose it on the exit. Does Bang You're Dead follow him in? Yes, he does. Trying to get the undercut. on the frat and Mazda. Sharpie then onto the hards. Pretty much the majority of the drivers will go onto the hards. Who's that just behind him? Oh yeah, Bang, you're dead as well. Bang comes in then. Onto set of hards as well. And off he goes again. How much time can Bang make though on those fresh hards compared to the frat and Matt Steve's one mediums? Because they've almost done half the race. Oh Matt! Oh, that's a little bit of a tank slapper, but he manages to keep it going. I think that's Curtis who's just pitted. In comes Deluxe then finally. I think Deluxe has still got a healthy gap to Sharpie. Deluxe then, after all, he is going to be on the fresher tyres. The frat and Matt Stee yet again do not come in. So they're really sticking it out. I doubt they're going on the softs because the softs last hardly any time at all. Where is Sharpie going to be in reference to Deluxe then? Deluxe still gets out in front. Sharpie's he's closed down the gap though by a few tenths, about 6 tenths. He's definitely gained time on Deluxe, but not quite enough. And also we've got to remember Deluxe does not have a penalty. Someone who's lost a lot of time out of that though is Tom Katori. He's lost quite a bit of time. Badders then, that puts Badders back up in the 7th as Wingo pits. Not Appley. Meanwhile, our two inherited leaders, Lefrat and Madstee, they're still very close to one another. Still setting quick lap times actually. But Deluxe he's just been on another level today. So he will probably easily catch them up. Does Lefrat finally come in? Yes, he did. Yes, he does. Madstee does not. Madstee saying that he can get another lap. He's trying to do 19 laps on this set of tyres. Where will this put Lefrat then? Because Deluxe will get past him. Sharpie will get past him. Sharpie sets faster lap actually. Tom Katori will get past him. Probably Bang Your Dead will get past him as well. Yeah, Bang Your Dead will get easily past him. So Lefrat's actually lost quite a bit of time from that. He was originally right behind Bang, but now he's 2.6 seconds behind him. Madstee though, very interesting strategy here for the racing point. He's really going long on those mediums. Don't know why he's going so long. You can't be trying to do the softs. I mean, come on. Softs only go about 10 laps at best. They wear it an astonishing 8% a lap, which is crazy. Oh, a little bit. But Matt then, he's still going. Damn. He's really going a long way. Then of course, Deluxe then sets the fastest lap. So Deluxe and Sharpie trading fastest laps. Tom is losing a lot of time now to Deluxe and Sharpie. I don't think he's got any front wing damage. Not that I can see. I could have a look on his wing. I don't think he does though. He might do. He might have a slight little bit of front wing damage, but I don't know. Just trying to see. Yeah, actually, I think he does have a slight bit on his end plate. It's normal though. It's weird. Oh, it's a 3-way battle here between Spaceship Globe Woodsy Meister and Curtis. Is Curtis going to try to go around the outside of Woodsy? It's forced off the track though, but Curtis still stays there. Is Curtis going to get Woodsy? Yes, he does, because Woodsy actually has front wing damage. That would explain why Woodsy has lost so much time. Florian then comes in eventually. On to another set of mediums. Interesting. Very odd. Matt Steele still has not come in. He's done 20 laps on those tyres now. Up the inside goes to Deluxe, then it's be a pretty easy move, because Matt Steele's tyres are going to be absolutely done. Deluxe then back into the lead here in Hungary. Sharpie then I bet will easily get past as well. Deluxe then just wasting 0 time. Sharpie then gets another penalty. Sorry. Sorry about that. Oh. Bloody hell. Wait about that. I swallowed so loud. Right. Matt then still not coming in. Is he trying to pull off what he didn't manage to do in France? Sharpie then easily around the outside. They always make contact, but Sharpie's through. Easily. Easily on Matt. I don't know what Matt's doing. His tyres, yeah, they look pretty horrific now. He's almost in range to do it on softs. This is crazy from Matt. Badders haven't gone Thrasher. I think that's that Thrasher got past. Yes, he has got past. Badders. Let's get to leader at the moment. Where would Matt Steve pop out? He'd pop out way behind the frat, but he. Oh, Deluxe finally gets his first penalty, but not to worry because Sharpie has 6 seconds, so he's all right. And Tom Couture is quite a bit behind them. Does Matt finally come in? No. All right then. Yeah, he's definitely trying to make it on soft end. Spacia Globe has binned it. That's a safety car, and that could be the moment Matt Steve was waiting for. This could have actually worked out really well for Matt. I don't know what to say, but this could work out really well. I've got another lap to do. I've got another lap to do at speed though. So a lot of people going onto the mediums now. Tom's on the softs. All right, then we got a bold one, but okay. Tom is now on the softs. Very interesting. Sebastian's on the mediums. Apley's on the mediums. Bowders is on the mediums. Wallace on the mediums. Wingo's going onto the mediums. Kurt's going onto the mediums. This is going to bring Joe Hidalgo back into this as well. It's going to really close the field up. So, do Deluxe, Sharpie and Matt come in? Probably. Yep, Deluxe is coming in. Sharpie is not though. I don't know why Sharpie doesn't come in, but okay. What tyres is Deluxe going to go on? That's the question. Does he go on mediums or does he go on softs? Matt Steve's going on the softs, as is Deluxe. So clearly they believe they can make the tyres last. Oh, Sharpie. Oh, that must have been a glitch then. But Sharpie does come in then. But he goes on to the mediums, interestingly. So this is a very questionable, split strategies here. Oh. Oh yeah, he's back now. Never mind. Never mind. Fingers crossed the string quality is okay. Hope it is. Should be okay. Nice job, ABS Alfa Romeo. Anyway, with GSR, we're not on about ABS. Even though I do run a team in ABS, but you know. Well, I digress. And I race in ABS as well. So, Deluxe then. He is currently weaving around. And trying to get some temperature into those tyres. Oh, Deluxe a little bit of a wiggle there. Florian gets another 3 second. So, drivers on different tyres. Deluxe is on the softs, then Sharpie's on the mediums, then Matt Steen and Tom Vittoria both on the softs. The rest of the grid is on the mediums, apart from Badders for some reason. Badders has decided to stay out. I don't know why he's done that, but okay. That's gonna damage his championship chances then. Really damage his championship chances. So that would mean then, at the moment, currently, Grosjean would still be in the lead of the championship. So, is Mad Steve gonna get past Sharpie for second, or is tyre wear gonna affect Deluxe Matt? Well, I mean, Matt we've seen can really go far on the mediums, so maybe the softs won't be a problem for him. I don't know about Deluxe though, or Tom. This could be the Williams' downfall, maybe. Still, we've still got 10 laps to go in this race. It's a long old race. This one, a lot of laps around the Hungarian. It's a very short circuit. Safety cars in then. So 10 lap sprint to the end. Okay then. So here we go. When is the Lutz gonna go? Actually, Tom's in a jet lead at the moment, but will he stay there? Here we go then. Deluxe bolts it out of the final corner, and Deluxe has already got a pretty big gap to Sharpie. Sharpie has not managed to get those medium tyres switched on, and here comes Mad Steve then up the inside of Sharpie into turn one. Mad Steve may have got that, and I think he has. Mad Steve's through then, up into second place. Mad's through. Up into second place. Tom Katori then is actually in a legit third, because Sharpie's got 6 seconds worth of penalties. This will not help Sharpie's race at all. I'll check the interval gaps. Oh, Sharpie spun it anyway. Sharpie spun it on the death curve, and that's going to completely ruin his race. Now he's going to get bullied out by Woodsy. Woodsy gets another penalty. Woodsy now got 17 seconds worth of penalties. That's Thrasher as well. What drama here on lap 26. Thrasher then goes round. Tom then, he's in a legit third at the moment. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, that's right. So Lux and Matt have really bolted. And then Bang's up into third. Okay, didn't notice that. Bang's up into third now. That was a great restart from Bang You're Dead there. But Tom at the moment has still got him covered. Oh, Tom gets a penalty though, so that means Bang You're Dead is up then to he's actually up in a legit podium at the moment. Oh wait, of course he started in third, didn't he? Oh, he goes a bit wide though. Actually, the most positions gained is Matt Stee. He's gained 9. Started in P11. He's now into second. He's actually gained on Deluxe as well. So Deluxe could have a fight on his hands here. We could have a fight at our hands at the front. For once. I'll change gap back to interval now. So Tom Katori then, he's still trying to get past Bang You're Dead, but Bang is doing a good job defending from the soft runner, defending from the for the third of the soft runners. Of course, 2 of the soft runners have just bolted. Sharpie then is getting overtaken by Batters, but Sharpie gets through. He does. Batters is on a set of hards for some reason. Oh, Florian then very close to back of Batters. You could have it go into turn 4. Do not try it there, trust me. But he doesn't quite. Oh, he's very close to the death curve, but he doesn't quite. He doesn't touch it, thankfully. Johai Dalgo is getting close to backing as well, of course. This now brings Johai Dalgo back into it. Woodsy gets another penalty. That's 20 seconds worth of penalties now for Woodsy. Woodsy is thoroughly out of this race now. Deluxe then, though, he's actually got the gap to over 1 second to Matt Stee. Bang You're Dead then. He's actually gaining on Tom. So Bang is really... He is really gaining a lot of time at the moment. Actually saying that, the fact that Batters doesn't have a penalty, he's the only driver in the field now not to have a penalty. So he could actually gain a few positions and could take the championship lead. Oh, Matt gets another penalty though. That's going to really affect his chances. If Bang You're Dead gets close enough. Oh, Bang spun though! Literally just as I say that, he spins round. Bang has thrown a chance away. Happily Wallace almost does the same. Oh, Bang has completely ruined his race. He's got to be absolutely kicking himself. He's just thrown away a fantastic position. There is Bang You're Dead. What incredible circumstances we have. Oh, such disappointment from Bang. He's looking so good to get a good position, finally. And unfortunately, he's just binned it. Matt Stee then, still very close to the back of Deluxe. He's still keeping Deluxe very honest. The Frat then is really close to the back of Tom. Could now mean Lafrat is back in the championship as well. That would then put him up to, I think, 67 points. Which would be just behind. Curtis then trying to go around the outside. Johai Dalgo, and he gets it done. So a good move there from Curtis. Meanwhile, the closest battle is still at the front between Matt Stee and GSR Deluxe. However, what we got to remember is Matt Stee has another does have an extra penalty. Badders then finally gets his first penalty of the race. That could damage his championship chances. Florian goes very wide. Just try to insult to injury. Bang, that gets another penalty. Matsty then, he's still trying everything to get past Deluxe. He's actually got 20% more than Deluxe has. Can Matsty have a go? Not quite close enough there. He's really close to the back of Deluxe though. He's going to use his overtake on the exit. As does Deluxe. Matsty then tries it up the inside. Deluxe yields. Tries to yield anyway. But Deluxe is holding firm. None of them better not touch that death go, because that could send him absolutely spinning. Of course, all Deluxe has to do is just keep Matt behind him. So he knows if Matt even gets a... Oh, Matt has a major snap. Coming out of turn 9, but he still manages to keep within the 1 second window of Deluxe. Deluxe is doing everything he needs to do at the moment. Take his second win in a row in Tier 4. He's looking like the man to beat at the moment. But meanwhile, Lafrat is actually really close to the back of Tom Katori here. So, Lafrat then, he could be up into P3 at this rate. Of course, the tyres now will be starting to go off for these guys. So Lafrat could take full advantage of that to get up into P3. Running up there then to the fastest lap. Woodsley's then in. He's probably going to try and go for fastest lap as well. Let's get you a point that fastest lap no matter where you finish. Unlike ARL. Oh, Matt gets another penalty. That means Tom Katori is up into a legit P2. Not anymore. The gap's kind of faltering at the moment. I think Deluxe has made a mistake because Matt steers right on the back of him. He's really going to have a go now. Deluxe is going to run out of hers. Could that mean that Matt makes the move? He's trying to go round the outside at turn 1. Not quite enough there. He's going to use his hers though. Oh, Deluxe, they made Deluxe is now pretty much away now. I don't know heat off Matt Steve's going to be about that, but that now means that is a Williams 1-2 right now with Lafrat in P3. With all the penalties that Matt Steers accumulated. Thrasher then has spun again, and this time he's got major wing damage. Thrasher's tried to retire. I think the safety car can come out now. But Lafrat is really close to the back of Tom Katori now. He wants to spoil the Williams party here. I don't know what penalty Deluxe will get from that, but here comes Lafrat then. Here comes the Mexican then. The championship contender is up into P3, a legit P2. Legit P2 now, and he's getting himself right back into the championship fight with that. Lafrat then up into P3. Legit P2 once Matt Steve's penalties have been accounted for. Where would that put Lafrat currently? He'd be right behind Badders there. Oh, that. Who was that? Oh, Appley's trying it on Tom now. Appley's really going for it. Appley tries it around the outside. He's trying, then Sharpie's trying to take full advantage. This is for a podium, don't forget. So these drivers really trying to have it out. We're going on to the final lap then. Deluxe then is leading comfortably from Madstein and then the Frat. But then Sharpie then could he can get a podium. He's going round the outside of Tom Katori. Appley then trying it as well. But Sharpie then up into a legit P3. Here's Sharpie then. I thought his race may be over. But no, he's managed to get himself back into a decent position. Here comes Appley then round the outside of turn 4. What a move from Appley then. He's round the outside of Tom Katori. And Appley now is up into a legit P3, I believe. I'll check the gap to leader. Yes, he is. Appley then is up into a legit P3. Wow, what a dramatic end to this race. But meanwhile, the Dominator Deluxe, he now comes through the final corner. Deluxe then takes his second win in a row here in Hungary. Dominant drive from Deluxe. Then Mad Steve will come home in second, but where will that be? Lefrat will get second. Sharpie will get third. Appley gets third. Sharpie then, because of his extra penalty, he goes down to P6. P4 is Tom Katori. P5 is Matt Steve. P6 is Sharpie. P7 is Wallace. P8 is Wingo. P9 is Batters. P10 is Florian. P11 is Jai Dalga. P12 is Bangor. It's Curtis. P13 is Bangor Dead. And P14 is Woodsy Meister. But what an ending to that race. Lefrat then. But it is GSR Deluxe then. True in a bit controversial circumstances. But nonetheless, Deluxe then takes home the victory. His second victory in a row ahead of Lefrat. What a comeback from the Mexican there. And Appley of all people finally gets another podium. Sharpie denied a penalty, a podium. But these drivers putting on a show for us. It's Deluxe then who wins again ahead of Lefrat and EXR Appley. Thoroughly entertaining race that was. I'll just invite them. Yeah, I'll just invite them quickly. Shut up, Lewis. I haven't got Deluxe friend. I'm really good. Come on. Friend set. I'm in front. Weird. So then, GSR Deluxe takes the win ahead of Lefrat and EXR Appley. Oh, part encounter error. Fabulous. Why? I have to invite him again. Ugh, come on, man. Right, hang on. Hang on a minute. I'll just invite them a second. I'll make the party invite only. Invite to last. There we go. Now I can do it. Alright then, so after a very hectic end to the Hungarian Grand Prix, we now have... Someone's mic's repeating. Okay then. So then, we'll start with our third placement. Yeah, can you turn your mic off a sec? Alright then, so we will we'll start with our third place man then. EXR Happily. Just make sure to include your audio, guys. Fabulous. Right. This is great. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Right then. So then I'll just have to repeat back what you guys say. So then we'll yeah. We'll start off with ESR Happily then. I mean, like, that was in my opinion quite a shock result there, because you managed to you managed to keep it clean. It seemed like quite a hectic race at the end. Does it feel good now that you're finally back on the podium in Tier 4? Yeah, viewers, basically what Deluxe, can you turn that down please? Right. The alright, okay. So basically viewers, what Deluxe not Deluxe, Happily was saying was basically he wasn't expecting the conditions in qualifying, but he's happy he was able to make it up in the race. He was of course as shocked as we all were to get on that podium, but anyway, it was a another very, very well deserved podium there, and congratulations. Happily. Alright then, we'll then move on to our second place man, and finally back in the championship is Lefrat. Yeah, fingers crossed we'll be able to keep that championship going. But anyway, this was quite a crucial result for you for the championship as well. Do you reckon now that you've got so much closer to the two Mercedes in the championship, you could potentially go all the way for the championship? Yeah, so viewers, basically the Frat just said he'll try, but of course the Mercedes are still very strong. Badders, of course, now take the championship lead, I believe. So, and then we'll move on to our race winner. Then 2 in a row now for GSR Deluxe. Yeah. So, okay. Yeah. All right. So, it's pretty obvious from yesterday. Today was going to be a follow-up from that race. It almost seems like you and Matt Steed just honestly seem like a complete league of your own there. Do you reckon that's down to your confidence around this circuit, or just the fact you're on the soft tyres? Yeah. So Viewers Based Deluxe was just saying that he was his original plan was actually to go medium soft, just like Matt Steve was intending on doing, but he wanted to fend off ETSR Sharpie, who was incredibly quick in that race. So it was unfortunate that he just missed out on the podium at the end. But oh, what else was I going to say? Oh yeah. Speaking of Matt Steve, a bit controversial at the end, not gonna lie, with that incident. Just take us through what happened there. Yeah, so just to summarise what Deluxe said there, he let's just say lost a bit of concentration for a second. That's what allowed Matt Steed to close up. Then and they both tried to go left into turn 3, but unfortunately Deluxe just clipped Matt Steed's wing. Unfortunately, that therefore meant then on as well as penalties, Matt unfortunately couldn't get the podium today. But still. We know you two will come back fighting. And just one more question: do you reckon provide the fact you don't get moved up to tier 3, because that was another amazing performance yesterday? Do you reckon the form you're on, you could go after the top guys of Lafrat, Badders, and Grosjean? So, viewers, basically just what GSR Deluxe was saying there was he unlike in Spa last weekend where he was focusing on the constructors. Of course, Williams scored a whole mammoth of points once again this weekend. I'm not sure if you guys are in the either championship now. I'll have to check at the end of the stream, but of course it's pretty close now in the championship. Between now we have the top four of Lefrat, Badders, Grosjean, and now Deluxe. So fingers crossed. Then they will go all the way and hopefully bring us a exciting season finale when we eventually get to Brazil. Now, of course, though, to end the stream, we will do the British national anthem. Alright then, so that's it then for us here at Tier 4. Congratulations then to GSR Deluxe, Lefrat and EXR Aptly then on our podium for today. Join us in about half an hour for Tier 1, and then of course tomorrow for Tier 5 and 2. But for now, I've been your commentator, GSR AdeF1, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.